All right, so I'll just introduce you. Yeah. Um, Welcome everybody to Future Day. We've got a talk now on AI safety in education, preparing the next generation for responsible AI development. And our speaker here is Phan Tan. I hopefully pronounced it okay. Who's an associate professor in the College of Engineering at Shibuya Institute of Technology here in Japan. And his research interests include computer vision, deep learning, autonomous robotics, and AI safety. He's motivated by the growing need for responsible AI development. He has recently launched a graduate level course on AI safety at SIT to help equip students with the knowledge and tools to address critical safety and ethical concerns in artificial intelligence. Welcome. It's great to have you here.
Yeah, thank you very much. Can you hear me? Yes, so I'm gonna share a screen. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Actually, this is my first time to use Riverside.
All right, so yes, I can help you here. There's a share icon just down the bottom.
Yep, and screen.
Yes, and then you choose the screen, not the presentation, because that doesn't work. Yeah, just the screen.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can either choose a Chrome tab, a window, or your entire screen. If you wanted to share your window, or a particular window or entire screen, you can have a look at the options there and choose
Okay,
what you think's best for you.
it's work.
Good, done.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yeah,
So I
perfect.
see.
Wow, you're a quick learner. Good.
Oh, good. So you are seeing the presenters or the audience.
Oh, I think we're seeing the presenter view because I can see the slides down the bottom. But yeah, that's better. And you might want to click on hide in the little like floating bar there. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah. So thanks, Adam, for the introductions. So hi all. Uh, okay, thank you for having me today for the talk. So in the talk, I just like want to share with you some situation regarding to AI safety in Japan and also in our institution, and also this kind of situation leading to the motivation for having new courses uh, for AI safety in my university. Okay. So first of all, I will share with you a little bit of an introduction. So this is what Adam already introduced. So you all know about this. Okay. So I will skip it. Uh, the second thing I would like to introduce is SIT, our university. It's about the Institute of Technology that where I'm working in. So it's a private university. It founded in 1927. It's a private university, and it's established by Dr. Shiro Arimoto. Okay, and we in our university we have two campuses. One in Omiya campus in Saitama, and the second is I mean the main campus in Tokyo. So if you have a chance to visit Tokyo, so please ping me, uh, and I will lead you to visit the SIT. Okay. So now let's start with the talk. Um, the first question that I would like to bring here is that why AI safety education? So you might wonder, because I think we talk about AI safety a lot recently, and you know that also AI is kind of like very powerful and also it's transforming our world now, right? Uh, but there's something we consider here. So if you look at this on this slide, you see on the left hand side is the case happened in 2016 where this Tesla car with the autopilot operation got the accidents, right? And also when we have this kind of problem when AI fall into subset procurement in this case. So for example, a software that scan a CV, a keyword, create a short list like this, and also you see that is an example of defect, right? So also like there another problem that we can see here. This is from the slide from the keynote speak from the Professor Choice in the University of Washington in CVPR keynote 2023, where we got the wrong answer from GPT-4 when we deal with the complex multiplication, right? So if AI become more powerful, and also there's some risks along with the AIs, so why aren't we out prioritizing AI safety education? Because sooner or later we realize that is many kind of safety problem might happen with the AI, and in the short future AI is going to be core thing in many applications, right? So it's along with some a lot of risk. So in this case we question ourselves, why are we prioritizing AI safety education? So, along with this, though, Japan, I believe that Japan is quite slow in the raising the awareness about AI safety. Because back to the story in 2022, when I have a business trip to UK, at that time you know I met some colleges in UK. Then people talk about the UK government invested a lot of money for you know for AI safety, and many kind of research groups in UK and start their own startup for AI safety. But at that time, we in Japan have no idea about AI safety yet, at least in university case. Of course, at that time we have Tokyo AI Safety is one organization in Tokyo. Then they have a kind of like talk every week or every several weeks about the AI and some kind of new model, and also the risks along with the AI model. But other than that, yeah, I think not so many, attention from Japan to the AI safety. But of course, and after that, in 2023, we have a G7 Hiroshima AI guidelines. So I think this is one of the biggest milestone for Japan AI safety awareness, because when Japan hosts this kind of, summits in Hiroshima. So what's going on in this kind in this summit? Is that the outcome of this summit that they acknowledge the risks of AI system, and they call for international cooperation in AI governance. But this is not really related to the education, but raising the awareness, the very initial awareness about the AI safety in Japan. And following this, in January 2024, Japan established something we call a AI Safety Institute to create the safety evaluation standard. And within 2024, last year, MEX is Ministry of Education. They introduced AI guideline in education, how to use the AI tool and also leverage AI tool application in during the study, research, and so on. So those are very the newest active or new activities from Japan government reacting to the AI safety situation. So what about in education? Because of the limited awareness about the AI safety from Chinese government, we also witnessed a limited AI safety ethic and courses in Chinese university. We have only few courses that can be considered as related to the AI safety and ethics. So I can list this here, some of them. For example, the course in AI ethics provided by University of Tokyo. And also they have another course in AI social justice in Kyoto University. So though very limited, number the course is related to AI safety in Japan at the moment. So it means that we are witnessing some missing here in Japanese, educational system regarding to AI safety. But we also think about it because without AI safety education, so future AI engineer or researcher maybe not have a good or fully preparation to deal with the ethical or technical risk. Because like I told you that is sooner or later we need a lot of application where the AI is going to be the brains or the core thing in those applications. So this is a kind of a big motivation for me to think about it. And also I talked with many colleges in Tokyo AI safety, and inspired them from this talk and also my business trip into the 2022 in UK, and also with the current situation, it motivated me to think about all right, why don't we opened courses that can provide some initial concept and raising the awareness at least to our students who use the AIs every day. For regarding to the AI uses in Japan, we can see here this kind of statistic, very recent statistic from Nippon.com. 46.7% of Japanese university students have experience using generative AI. But the same study also found that awareness of AI bias, fairness, and risk remain low. Right? People use, but people not aware of the problem of the regarding to the AIs. And also, like in this cap on the right hand side statistics, you can see that more concern of Chinese students about AI is just like about the law privacy, AI increasing inequality, AI for social control, and so on and so forth. It's not like directly related to the main problem in AI safety in AI government. So why AI safety awareness is growing? Japan is still lack of structured AI safety education in university. So this is the motivate me to create the AI safety course in SIT. So my course in SIT is that something we call like artificial intelligence application and safety. There are one story behind this. At the beginning, I think about the name it as the AI safety directly. However, there are some sensitive, rule in SIT or in Japanese university, because when you propose the courses, you have to stick with that courses forever. It means that it's so difficult for you to deposit. Eliminate that course. So in this case, if I put the name is too specific, so it's so difficult to change the content if the situation has been changed in the future. So I put the name with the course with the application and safety, so it become more general title for the course. So this course is a target to the graduate student, and we have a 7 week totally for this course, and for each week we have 3.5 hours. And this is a learning outcome, and this is the code of the course. And here is the code agenda. Sorry, maybe it's a little bit small, but basically in this course we start from the very basic knowledge that we introduce the student with some basic machine learning concept, for example, neural network, gradient descent, forward and backward propagations, and then we introduce them some advanced, the basic model like CNN or STM and so forth. And then we start with some more the topic that more related to the AI safety. And also in this course, you can see that we have some guest lecture here, some guest talk here. from our colleges. For example, here in the course we introduce about the transformers and term some other term in ICT here, along with the normal style courses lectures. So how do I organize this class? I combine several things here. First is the lecture and theoretical foundation I told you that facilitate fundamental knowledge. And the second, we have a group discussion. Here we divide our students all into the different group, and each group will be assigned a topic, then allowing them to discuss, to talk with each other, and to build some the mindset regarding to that topic by themselves, and then they will make their own presentation for based on the outcome of discussion. We have a guest lecturer that I told you before. Then we have a AI safety expert from industry, Google, Japan, Tokyo AI safety, and applied research. And finally, on the final day, the student will present their final work with, and also like write a kind of paper-like report regarding to on their assigned topic for final presentation. So here is an example of the group of students and the assignment for each group. For example, in group 1, we ask them to define AI alignment problem. And group 2 is auto alignment, and so on and so forth. So here is a kind of the basic, assignment for different groups. At the time, we have a totally 7 group of students. And we have some guest lecture. For example, we invited Blend Rogers from AI Safety Tokyo. We invited, the Dominic from Google Japan, and we also invited experts from applied research. So though our colleges, joining my course for as a guest lecturer. I will talk about the benefits when we have a guest lecture later, but this is a kind of like important point in this course, because when we bring the guest lecture here, it means we bring the new perspective to regard about the AI safety in this to the courses, so the student will be more benefited from this. Here example in the classroom where we have a guest lecture. Here Blaine is talking about transformer, and Dominic from Google Japan. And for Eastburn, we have an online section. Okay. So here you find a presentation for each group. They will make their presentation based on the paper that they wrote regarding to assigned topic. So it means that for the outcome of the course, there are 2 things. One is that student find a presentation, and the second is the paper they wrote based on the topic that we assign them. Okay. So here in each group will present their work, and here is you can see the example. And here when they present, their friends, their classmates also will ask them, will question them, and we will discuss based on the content of presentation and based on the answer from the group member. And here is our outcome, another second outcome I told you, that student will be asked to write a short paper, and based on the assigned topic. And there one group will already submitted the paper to ICRIs in Singapore for the kind of workshop in ICRI, and maybe next month will be the notification result. And we also have a paper to be presented in TAI 2025, the conference in AI safety in Tokyo. So here is the student feedback for this course. The one important thing, if you can look at this feedback, is that they consider this is the the class there where they can learn from the basic modeling to the possible risks and concern regarding to AI safety. And also they found that the guest lecturer will provide the perspective, knowledge from industry to on the AI safety. Then it will make the content of the course become more interesting. And they found that this class is important because they most of the time they hear about the AI. It's just about the AI for using in the application, in real application, in industry and so on. But they never heard about the AI safety yet. So this course is bringing the new thing to the student. However, teaching AI safety is not that easy from my experience. Like I told you that this course is just newly opened last year. So when finished teaching, I found that it is not really that easy. The most important thing is that when I proposed this course, I got a lot of challenge to find or to think about the curriculum because there are no standardized curriculum yet. For the other courses, you can find a lot of references, but here it's quite difficult to find out. So because of the many courses in other universities mainly focus on AI capability, but not risk. Also, the limited faculty of expertise, because in my case, when I teach AI safety, also I need to learn about this. Previously, we know only about the AI capability, like I told you, for application in for example computer vision for automotive vehicle and so on. But for AI safety, we need to learn by ourselves. And also like in this case, when we I think about the ring application and also the real world application to bring it to the course is quite difficult because the company is prioritize AI performance over the safety. So not really so much resources here. And also, what is the initial thought of student before joining the course? Because many students, like I told you, that is, they have no idea about AI safety yet. They just know about the AI application only and how they can manipulate AI, how they can develop the AI system. But they see AI safety at the purely theoretical. And when they heard about the AI, you know, ethics, they assume that it is about the more philosophical debate rather than being more AI failures. So that is uh, uh, the difficulty when we teach AI safety. And in the future, of course, I'm keep continuing teaching in this course, but I also looking for, some improvements for my course. But not only that, we in our laboratory we newly established a research team doing the research in AI safety and to support not only for you know solving some real world problem in AI safety, but also to support for my courses as well. But for the very abstract, uh, picture of the AI safety education, we, from my experience, I think we should bring the AI safety to be a mandatory courses. My course is not really mandatory. Students can electively register for the courses, but it's sooner or later. I think we should mandatory turn it as a mandatory in AIs or CS degree. And of course, we also have to make them to be standardized AI safety certificate and program and so on. We have to make a kind of standardization. And also, like I told you, that when we see the feedback from students, they do care about the guest lecture because the guest lecture will bring the perspective from the industry, from the other field into the AI safety. So it means that we should collaborate not only university, but also industry, you know, company or government as well. So those things should be, you know, collaborative to each other. Then, then I think that AI safety in education might be become better or might become more initial or important. Yeah, like that. So that is my thought from my experience when I teach in this course. Yeah, yeah, that's all. Sorry for the very short talk, but I just want to share some experience from from my point of view regarding to the AI safety teaching. Yeah.
All great, all fascinating and useful material. I'm hoping that people use this to build more courses in the future, use this knowledge. I think it's fantastic. One question that came up for me is I'd like to get more of a sense of your learning in the wild about AI safety and how you translate that into a format which is acceptable AI safety material to teach at a university, where it's palatable by your university. And do you see other universities having stricter standards than your own about the kind of things that they want to teach about AI safety?
First of all, when I think about the establishing this course, I I try to look up for some similar you know content from some courses. There are some existing courses AI safety, but not from Japan, from I think from US or UK, from some other country. So I refer to that to be a kind of like references for my courses. And in our university, we can freely to to propose or to create the content for our own courses, such that it's matching with the title of the course and the outcome and learning outcome or objective of the courses. So that's why I, based on the such references, and also based on the some you know current I mean literature reviews on the AI safety situation, I created the content for my courses, and university is okay accepted that content.
Fantastic. I noticed that you said that students were a little bit worried about it being too philosophical. Now, is there pushback by students against philosophy in general with relation to AI safety, or is that just they thought it was going to be all philosophy and no technical AI safety, no rubber hits the road AI safety?
Yeah, good question. I think the when at the beginning, I did not think about it yet because I thought that they understand that there are some technical thing related to AI safety from their
Hmm.
mindset, but it turns out that there are no technical thing in their mind. It's just like physical thing. So they have no idea about this yet. So then when they discuss, they just discuss, I mean, with the physical thing in the center of the discussion. That's why during the discussion, I have to regulate the discussion. And of course, in the next day, when they see the old assignment or the topic,
Hmm.
maybe I show you before. This one. So if you
Hmm.
can see this one. So when they see this, you know, assignment, then they change their mind. They change their mind.
They
It
say I
means that,
don't want to do it anymore, or they do want to do it.
yeah. Then some of them feel, oh, this is so difficult for them
Hmm.
because they have no idea about this.
Hmm.
They have no idea about this. So, but after all, they when they start to discuss with the support from some like ChatGPT or something,
Hmm.
uh, they can learn from ChatGPT actually.
Oh yeah,
It's,
yeah. I learn from
yeah,
ChatGPT all the time. I mean, it's great with philosophy, surprisingly. Hey.
yeah. Then they gradually understand what they need to do
Hmm.
and what is exactly what we are talking about. Yeah. So at the beginning, no, but gradually it's become more clear.
What do you think the most effective way to teach AI safety is at the moment, given your background and your experience so far? Is it case studies? Is it hands-on projects, ethical discussions, um, inviting guest lectures from industry? What do you think is getting the most traction, or is it really just a combination? You need a multimodal approach for getting the right approach, for getting the right balance.
Yeah, that is a very important question. When after I got the feedback from students, I realized that all of them are very important. They consider not only the theoretical thing, but also they need the hands-on thing. And if you look at this, the outcome, then I think here there are one paper here is showing that they do the experiment by themselves. They do hands-on experiment by themselves.
Mm.
So they use some kind of like small model like to test the the harmful prompt and how to avoid the harmful prompt from the for the LMM model. That's so they do experiment by themselves. They do hands-on thing by themselves, and then in the feedback they said that if in the class during the class I can have a chance to do a hands-on experiment, it's become, I mean, better for me.
Mm.
So inviting guests from the industry, from other other fields, hands-on experiments, theoretical thing, they are all important in this course. I think this is kind of unique thing in AI safety course.
Hmm. Do you see a future where AI safety and security, AI security and AI safety certification becomes a hiring requirement? Like similar, like if you go for a job at Amazon, you want to do a security job, you need a security certification on top of university degrees. Well, maybe I didn't phrase that right. Certifications can be part of university degrees, I acknowledge that. So the basic question is, do you see a future where AI safety certifications become mandatory for people to get jobs in certain areas?
Mm, I think for getting a job, mandatory for getting a job or not, this is quite difficult to decide because mm, like in Japan, we think about that the people, if you want to get a job, you need to speak Japanese. So in this case, for international students who graduate from undergraduate study in a Japanese university, usually they are required to have some certifications of the Japanese language to get a job. So the similar story. In I think it's quite difficult at the moment, but gradually, when we think about the AI safety as a mandatory, course or class in the university, so it's gonna be like mandatory for the getting job related to AI here. But at the
Hmm.
moment, difficult because it related to the mindset of the government, the mindset of uh, the top person related to the education system. But
Hmm.
but gradually, when they see the reality, when the AI application or LLM based AI, system all around here, and the risks, you know, appear a lot, then it might be become like, serious problem, and it's going to raise more serious awareness for the top person, and then at the time maybe they will have some action. But of
Well, a
course,
couple of
yeah,
yeah, yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. What were you
yeah.
going to say?
Let's go ahead, please.
Okay, yeah. So, um, yeah, a couple of things come out from that. Uh, well, one of them, I'll just start with this one. Do you think industry bodies like IEEE or ISO, you know, standards organizations should play a role in developing some of these certifications or help play a role in AI safety course design?
Yes, so I think if we can have such a uh, involvement, it's good because I told you that we need a kind of like collaboration from many type organizations,
Hmm.
but they from their perspective will take very more advanced technical thing, so it can be provide more benefit thing for this collaboration to
Hmm.
develop courses. I think so.
Yeah, there'd be an aura of credibility that'd come along with having IEEE or ISO standards. Yeah, I think it would be awesome. But the other question is, you mentioned once people see the risks more clearly, then they'll be more motivated to do these courses. But what kinds of real world um, outcomes would motivate people to see the risks more seriously? Would motivate people to take the risks more seriously?
Hmm. Very difficult question because
I know.
even more from my side, seeing the real world, failure or risk is also like difficult because if you look at this, we have only several, cases happen where with the AI failures or can relate to the risk of the AI, right? But
Hmm.
it's not like, so popular. It's not so many at the moment, and not,
Hmm.
yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Because
Well, we
for
did.
example, yeah, in our team we do research in kind of like sandbagging problem, but it's just based on our hypothesis. We assume that that kind of like AML model can have a capability of the sandbagging only, but we do not
Hmm.
see it in the real world application yet or
Hmm.
real world situation yet. So it also kind of, I think it's a difficult question, but yeah,
Hmm.
gradually we will
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. I think gradually we'll see more and more catastrophic stuff coming to the forefront of news. I mean, we just spoke about this in a session earlier. James Barrett was there and he was talking about AI use in weaponry. A couple of uh, the the initiatives there, AI is being used in the Gaza war at the moment, and being used to identify and target, and also do calculations of acceptable collateral damage per Hamas fighter killed. And yes, so I'm not sure, like, whether this kind of news will incent people to do AI safety courses, but it James was saying it hasn't really hit the headlines yet, but it probably will, and it probably should. So yeah. So what do you think of AI safety education will become more widespread in the next 5 years, or will resistance from industry, uh, and institutions who don't want people sort of clogging up their pipelines to profit or gaining decisive strategic advantage? Are they going to sort of try and slow down this whole AI safety thing? Now, remember in Paris just recently there was a conference, and I think JD Vance has said we're not interested in hand wringing about AI safety. We're interested in AI opportunity, right? And of course America didn't sign on to the Paris sort of agreement. Um, well, do you see more of this, or do you see their safety education becoming more widespread in the next 5 years?
Mm. So I think from my perspective, I quite optimist. So
Hmm.
from my point of view, I believe that it's gonna be more popular because at least in now I see the many several. I mean, not so several, but I think a lot courses relating to AI safety, not in Japan.
Hmm.
So it means that there are a
Hmm.
trend, or so related to AI safety in education. But in Japan, I think previously no course. Now we have
Hmm.
several courses. So it means more and more in the short future. I believe that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I hope so. I mean, it's great work you're doing. But if for students who are watching this and might have some interest, but are sort of fence sitting, should I do this or shouldn't I? Because it's not, it's optional, right? They don't have to do it as part of an AI thing, but it's interesting stuff. I mean, what advice would you give students who want to specialize in AI safety, but don't have a formal course work behind them? Maybe they don't have very much AI AI experience. Maybe they haven't done an AI course before, but they're interested in doing this course. For whatever reason, they believe that they don't have the right specialized experience. Why would you still ask them? Why would you still say it might be a good idea to do the course? I mean, what kind of knowledge is there, like a knowledge requirement or a course requirement to do this course, like prerequisites? So sorry,
Yes.
prerequisite.
We require students have some very basic understanding in machine learning. That is the
Hmm.
only thing we require students, because we don't require them to have a mathematical background or some or physical background or something like that. Of course, they because this is a graduate course, so it definitely they know how to code, how to programming. That is a kind of basic requirement. But other than that, we require students to have a kind of like very fundamental knowledge in machine learning. So that's important.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
only one requirement.
Yeah, yeah. I imagine some people in like law might be interested in this sort of thing because they're not just designing AI safety technically, but they're designing policy, but they want to know what exactly it looks like on the ground. What are the tractable issues in AI safety that that exist to inform how they design new policies? Is it like if somebody was interested in like law or governance, would they be able to get anything from this course? Would they need to do a technical AI, sorry, a technical machine learning course beforehand?
No, I think no. But because this code it provide wider scope, not only the discussion of the technical thing, but
Hmm.
also law, rule, policies, or something like that thing as well. So, but rather than that, the students, if they got some topic that related to the technical thing, if they have a background knowledge of the machine learning, so they can do that. They can do that because
Hmm.
the safety is not only like the only the topic, the general topic that you just mentioned, but also like very specific topic, right? So in this our course, we require students to have such a background to deal with any kind of topic that they be assigned.
Hmm. James in the audience commented that doing the course surely makes the students doing it more aware of the dangers of AI and thus personally less vulnerable. Do you agree?
Yeah, actually, we mentioned about the dangers of the AI in the course as well, in the content of the course. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
especially AGI in this case. We mentioned about the newly released Optimus robot
Mm.
from Musk, and some potential risks or potential danger
Mm.
have in the short future, in the future. So this is also mentioned in the course. So this is also one of the content we discussed in the course.
Yeah. Hua in the audience um, said that it feels like much more likely to me now, that's why, now that someone might unknowingly release an AI as a virus, spreading uncontrollably and being highly resilient. So I guess the more, like, what I get from that is the more the knowledge about AI safety and the legitimacy of it being uptaken by universities and standards organisations as well, like IEEE, um, might give people pause about just, backyard hacking or script kiddie attempts at, like, creating a U-boot virus that they think they can show their friends. And yeah, hopefully the general knowledge about AI safety gets out there and prevents the odd person from doing this sort of thing, creating an AI virus, not being fully aware of the potential harm that it could bring. Mm. That's more of a comment than a question. But what are your thoughts? Mm.
I think we have more sentiments. I am reading the questions now. There
Oh
are
yeah.
questions.
Well, there's comments. Can you see questions? I can't see any questions.
Now, oh yeah, I did not see the question now, but I can see it now.
Mm.
Ah, so the question related to AGI or AI. So honestly, when from the my experience here in Japan, so at least in my institution, people talking, not so many people talking about the, AGI. Not so many people talking about AGI. I'm not sure why, but because of, I think because of the limitation of the awareness here.
Mm.
So this is the situation now in Japan that I told you that in the previously only until 2024 last year
Mm.
we can see the very initial action from Japanese government. So it
Mm.
reflects the current situation in Japan. That is from my perspective. Yeah.
Mm. You spoke about other academics or other staff at universities not having the same background in AI safety that you might. I guess, yeah. So I mean, there's all sorts of dynamics there. You're not only trying to address, like, talk to students about AI safety, but you're trying to legitimize this amongst your peers at the university. How can universities, without enough AI safety experts or, yep, effectively manage delivering a subject on AI safety? I mean, do when you created this course, did you get feedback from other staff members? Do you collaborate on doing these, like building these courses? And how did you get approval on this?
Actually, this in our university, we when we propose a new course, they don't care much about the how important of our content related to the society that like AI safety,
Mm.
because uh, it should related to the, you know AI. It should related to the computer science. Then it's
Mm.
okay. But
Mm.
the maybe the mindset about the importance of AI safety is not really considered well.
Mm.
So maybe they don't care much about this. Maybe it is.
Mm.
Then for my course, I did not receive any feedback from my colleges,
Mm.
and they also, I think that it's also not really so important at the moment.
Mm.
So
So you
that is a
see,
limitation in
yeah.
the awareness.
Do you see that changing, like in the future? Do you think like it'd become more of an academic interest, or I mean, it is an academic interest now, but it's not like
Mm.
university or like it's not like widespread, perhaps. What do you think it would take to get the average university professor or whoever your colleagues are? I, I'm not at university, so what would it take to get your college colleagues interested in AI safety enough to be on board and supportive of this sort of initiative?
I think it should be initiated from the top down. Like for example, in our university, we usually
So
we
you
have a
need executive buy-in.
yeah. This guys, we have some workshop. We have workshop
Mm,
to to talk about this topic, to raise the awareness, to raise the importance of this term. Let's say AI safety. We need
mm,
such a workshop.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think it's last year we have a kind of like some we call in our university we have an SD workshop where we talk about the integration of AI to the classroom
Mm,
to the study in the university. So I hope that we have a similar kind of workshop related to the AI safety in Japan or in a society and so on. So by doing
mm,
that way, then the other faculty members, the professor, will realize and can also change their their mind, change their
mm,
attention regarding to this.
mm. That's cool. What other stuff? Yeah.
So I think just one additional thing I would like to share that after I teach this course, then several students approached to me and talk and asked me that is there any other laboratory in SIT or running the topic related to AI safety?
Mm,
And sadly, I told them no laboratory have the, doing research in this topic except my laboratory.
mm,
And my laboratory just newly running this topic only, just from last
mm,
year. Yeah.
mm.
And then one student decided from Germany decided to join my laboratory. Now they're working with me in in this topic.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right. What exactly on is he doing? What
Uh,
particular thing you're
he
working on?
doing he doing something we call representation engineering.
Mm, that's good.
Yeah.
All
And he
right.
collaborated with another team which will work with the sandbagging problem.
Sandbagging problem. Right.
Yeah.
I'm not fully aware of what the sandbagging problem is. Is this like just shoring up against the flood of AI capability?
Yeah. Capability to hide their true capability for the negative outcome.
Okay.
Yeah. I
So
think
what
that
is your what is your biggest concern personally about AI? I mean, what is your major concern?
it is good to the
Like, yeah, so I think I got AI sandbagging. It's guarding against like a what's it called hardware overhang,
mm,
where an AI pretends or suddenly stumbles upon a whole lot more superpower by just algorithmic improvements or whatnot, and then or it's deliberately underperforming. So yeah, sandbagging to sort of help contain. It's a part of the containment solution to AI safety.
yeah. This is
Yeah.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no. I think yeah, you were going to explain something. I'll stop where I was.
I think it's just like very general concern, and this kind of like sharing the common concern with everybody, that where
Hmm.
we worry about the very superpowered, AIs. Also, they can do it, and they can do it by themselves and beyond our control. It is
Hmm.
a kind of general concern, sharing the general concern. So more
Hmm.
specifically, that the also I just worry that people do not realize such a risk in very early fashion to study about this, like, like that. So my
Mhm.
concern is related more to education, situation.
Japan, someone asking if Japan is or Vietnam is actually legislating for AI safety.
Yes, can you say that?
It's one of the questions in the yeah
Okay, I'm seeing that.
is Japan or Vietnam actually legislating for AI safety?
Uh, for Japan's, I think not yet.
Hmm.
I think the same with in Vietnam. I think
Hmm.
this is my
Okay.
based on my limitation of the knowledge, but I believe I think that is not yet.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay. And another question from Linda is, what, in your view, is the distinction between AI safety and AI ethics, or do these concepts overlap?
I think it's partially overlapping, but the ethic is more like related to the using AI for the kind of like in ethical way. But safety, when we consider to the control or governing, I mean, the AI model, or to limit the capability of AI under the our observation, like that.
Hmm.
But it
Yeah.
partially, cross each other. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Well, that's been a really interesting talk. Um, well, yeah. I mean, Linda's saying isn't safety a component of ethics? Yeah, you can say that safety is, of course, but you know, it's all yeah, how you draw the boundaries of categorization. You know, a lot of people sort of have different debates over nomenclature and where, you know, how to classify things. Yeah, so maybe we need a professional taxonomist. Anyway, but it's been really good talking to you about AI safety in education. I'm looking forward to seeing how your syllabus evolves over time, and I really do hope that you get a lot of students and a lot of feedback from the students as you go. And I hope the goal that you're trying to achieve of getting um, AI safety education in universities flourishes, is more widely adopted, and as a result, we end up with a lot of people on the ground understanding the problems, but also having some technical expertise about how to combat the problems. So it's been really good, and I thank you so much for participating in Future Day 2025.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Yeah. Okay. See ya.
Bye bye. Oh, by the way, yes, if you leave, then that'll I'll stop the recording, and then maybe just wait for a minute, and that'll allow for the videos on your side to upload because there's localized recording. I don't know if you're
Okay.
aware of that. So thanks all the participants in the audience. It's been really good to have you. And also don't forget that Future Day Day 2 starts tomorrow. Be there. It'll be fun. We've got Ben Gertzel, Hugo de Garis again. We've got James Hughes and James Newton Thomas and myself talking about, and Lev Lafayette talking about job loss to AI and what to do about it, universal basic everything. And we have Ken Mugi, who's also at AI Safety Tokyo, and Shun Yazakawa. I think I've got the name wrong, but anyway, lots of really interesting people talking about really interesting things. So I hope to see you all there. Thanks for joining. Oh, and also the day after, we've got one more session, and that's with Jeff Sebo on taking AI welfare seriously. There we go. I've just stopped it. Thanks for going over time. I appreciate that. But yeah,